Shalom, everyone. I hope that you're doing fantastic. Thanks for joining for a daily reading for the 20th of September. If it is your birthday, I always say happy birthday to those who are celebrating today. Or if it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you. If you've been down in the dumps, I send you love and light. And energetically, I'm putting my arms around you and giving you a big old hug. And I'm asking for the Holy Spirit to just be the lifter of your head, because He surely will. Those of you who are returning, welcome back. And those of you who are brand spanking new, just a little bit about myself. I'm not churchy, I'm not religious, but I'm going to come across that way to you sometimes. Please remember that I'm just spiritual. Once you've had an awakening to spirituality, you come out of mindsets, okay? And I use living language. I use the scripture. I use tarot. I use runes, homemade decks. Sometimes I get on here and just speak a word from the divine. Whatever Jehovah wants, Jehovah gets. All right. So He is my Yeshua, my salvation, and He deserves all praise, glory, and honor. And He is building this tower. Okay. So that's who I am in a nutshell. And I feel energy. And sometimes it really flows through me in all kinds of different ways. So please don't get offended at that. Please never do, because I'm never directing it toward anyone except for the energy itself that's being addressed to send it right back to hell where it belongs, okay? I'm for blessing people, not bringing them down, okay? So anyway, welcome if you stay. Let's go ahead and get focused here. And for those of you who don't know, I like to wake up with my audience, so be patient with me this morning. I'm having my coffee with you. I've actually been up since about 4 o'clock this morning and just spending some time with the Most High and meditating and blessing Him and all that kind of stuff. So, but I've only had a couple cups of coffee, so my brain's still trying to kick in as I'm talking. So anyway, I just love you, Jehovah. I thank you for this day. It is your day, and we will rejoice in it, and you are the lifter of our head within it. Whatever may come our way, you're there. You go before us, you prepare the way, you make every crooked place straight. You are our shield and our buckler. Whatever we need, we just put our trust and our hope in you. Thank you that you guide our steps. We have the pay, the mouth, blowing, speaking, saying, eating, meditating, listening. Wisdom is here. That'd be like also the star card. That's the 17th letter in the Hebrew here. And the star card in the deck is something that's guided. It's a new relationship. It's healing energy as well. It goes back to the house of knowing something, okay? So it's the pay, though, here in the Hebrew. The pictograph is a mouth, all right? And so I always say you pay what you say, and we do. Our mouth and our words are like a seed, and it grows, and if you keep watering it and speaking and watering it, something will come from that, right? So we've got speaking, and some people just blow out the mouth, and we've all done it at some time, and that's how we learn. we learn. We also listen to who's speaking to us, okay? So 17 is here. We also have an 8 that also represents, so the phonics of eat, or 8 is here, and the word is pay, the mouth, and eat is here. But the 8th house is secrets. Okay, money, secrets on property, sexual situations as well with the 8. It goes back to FBI. We can go back to the law there, right? And the psychology of somebody's mind. But we have energies of knowing something. When you speak, we should speak with knowledge and wisdom and knowing and listening to the one who's also speaking, so that we can learn, okay? Then it also gives us strength. The 8th goes back to strength and ongoing things with the infinity that can be found within the number 17. Maybe the number 17 or 71 or 8 is prevalent to somebody. We actually have the het, which is the 8th letter that came out. All right, this is a doorway. Okay, the 8th house goes back to death energy. This goes back to a resurrection or new beginnings. new births, help from outside things as well. It's a pictograph of a wall or a ladder. Okay, it's everything in my screen flips, so but it looks like a ladder or a wall. Okay. And talking about resurrection, you're going up, right? And if you're talking about protection, it's the wall that's protecting you from outside things. Okay, this is crossing over from one space to the other, the doorway to something. Okay, and so we are getting 88 really out here, and that is tower energy. Okay, in the deck, that's energies of Pride and Eagle happen to go down, which actually would take you back to the star energy of the deck, that house. Okay, it goes back to starting over again. Okay, resurrection, dying and rising, dying, and we die every day to something, or we should be dying to, things on the inside that make us want to blow out the mouth or speak something that we shouldn't, and things like that. But there is a resurrection energy here, and there's a tower energy here, and there's a knowing something, and pride and ego coming down for some people today. And also the tower represents for us things being set free. Let it come down today. If we humble ourselves, the divine will lift us up. But if you have to be knocked down to learn, I guess if you learn the lesson, you learn the lesson. But then you're standing in the rubble of something. Okay, so we have the PH here, person, place, or thing, first, middle, or last name showing up. The word that Jehovah brought out here means billows. The billows that blow out a large amount of air, causing a fire to become hotter. It goes to, in this section where we can find this word, it goes to a trap, a snare, a gin. Well, that's not good. And pride and ego will trap you every time, really. It also goes to a rule or a governor. I did a reading last night, and we had authority like that coming out here, or governor energy. Authority was all over the place. A captain, a deputy is here as well in this section of where we can find this word that Jehovah brought out. So there's something there. The word is break. So if we could break this again, like I said, if the divine has to break something and bring it down, then he will. Okay, it goes to a heavy blowing as a billow, though. Well, that's huge. That's really huge, especially when we're talking about authority having to come out here. But the authority blowing down the tower, the house, right? We got. I'm seeing in my spirit the little. What is the name of that little story that the wolf is blowing the house down, and the three little piggies and all that stuff. Okay, and so we do have energies here of authority energy. So the pig is a derogatory name for the police energy. It just came out of my spirit for whatever reason why it is. So I'm just bringing it out here. Because we're getting blowing and something coming down, and a snare, and something breaking, and a puff, and speaking about something here. So we have ash that can be found here when the billows blows. Okay, so this is one word here, one direction coming out for us. The word, the other direction, the HP, is a cover or innocent. So it goes back to meaning like a wall that's opened. Okay, the 10 is open to allow one into its covering for protection, or anyone entering into a tent will be protected. Because we have protection from outside things coming up with the het all by itself. Something that's covered and hidden. A haven as a place covered over for the protection. So it's positive, because if something's going to really be blown in a very big hard way, and the divine will bring this out here, there's a cover of protection then for us, and something huge coming down today, something huge going to be known today, something that is covered and hidden, secretly as well. We're told that if we abide with the Most High, He will secretly put us underneath His wing. Okay? And He'll cover us. So this is a haven, a coast, a canopy is here, a defense. An uncovered foot is also here. Barefoot energy is here as well. So let's let the divine speak on then and tell us what he wants to say. I'm going to take another card from, or a card from a deck that I have made. I've set with the divine, and see what he wants to bring out here about all this stuff. So something's huge then today. And if you're not on the right side, you're not going to be covered. You won't. The tower going to come down today for somebody. If you're not going to, you know, come into a place where the divine wants to give you the protection, then it's a disaster. So the tower is going to come out here, people. It's amazing to me. Well, the divine, as I looked up, I happened to look up right at when the time stamp was 11:11. The 11th house goes back to the tower energy. Okay? Something's huge today. So the watchtower really going to come in, and that is an examination of something. The tower in the Hebraic language is the pictograph of the eye, watching something. Somebody gonna see something huge today. Huge. For the divine to bring this out here like this. Thank you, Jehovah. Because something has been a trial, a really hard trial, even from authority. Okay? Somebody's gonna get their pride knocked down hard today. Something's gonna be so known in a very public way. This has been scrutinizing energy, tempting with a trial, tested. Somebody who has been found within this inspection to be worthy, to be protected. And the divine does protect us. He does. Thank you, Jehovah, for bringing down the proud today. So get to the root of it, and something's going to be just right down to the root of from the top to the bottom. You'll be knocked down hard. Hard. So are you protected today? Well, you are if you are on Jehovah's side. If you call out to him, he said, I'll save you. I'll bring you inside. You'll have a covering around you. Thank you, Jehovah. You're so precious to me. So the divine says, I'm so jealous over you. That's beautiful, because this is Elohim Kana in the Hebrew. I literally just opened up today to that in a book that I have. It literally just opened up to his name. And there's affection here. There's affection here. Somebody's going to get some affection where they didn't have affection, or they were tried and scrutinized and everything else. So Jehovah's plans are to prosper you and to give you a hope and a future, and not to harm you. What are you going to do today? What are you going to do today when somebody's standing right in front of your face today, and a virtuous woman will open her mouth in wisdom, and her tongue is the law of kindness. Are you kind? Are you giving, or are you prideful? Well, the divine's going to do something huge today. I'm feeling it in my spirit, and he's literally bringing it out here. So people better be careful what's going on in what you say, what you do. Something's huge, and it's going to be known in a very big way. So you're going to bring affection and be kind. Are you going to be virtuous? Because Jehovah's plans are to bless. Okay, we are to bless, not curse. And some people literally, on purpose, put somebody under some kind of horrible test and made them go through a trial. Who does that? Who does that? That's wicked. That's prideful energy. Okay, Jehovah's the great tester. Jehovah is. At the same time, he used it all. He used it all. Jehovah's jealous over us, and he'll get up and fight, and he's going to knock down the proud today. Really huge. Jehovah, I just love you today, and I just thank you that you are jealous over us. And even though man comes in here and thinks that they can be authority over people and putting them through horrible situations, you bless through that for those who stand in your truth. And you give us knowledge through it, and you make the proud come down every single time. So we have the magician card in here, and we do have people that are doing magic spells and putting their intention on people because they're pride in their own eyes. They're proud in their own eyes, right? This is the, at the same time in the upright, this is speaking. This goes back to communication, saying something here, meditating, chewing on something, having the wisdom, having all that you need to get done what you need to get done. In the Hebrew, this is the Aleph. This would be equivalent to somebody who lays a new foundation. Well, somebody's foundation is going to get bad. If you're prideful, people are going to see something huge today. It's big out here. This is a new foundation because something's coming down and somebody's going to be standing in the rubble. If you are, somebody who has been stiff-necked. The divine gave a word not too long ago that when the proud have to be continually reproved, that just like that, there would be something that would knock them down without any kind of remedy afterwards. There's no remedy if you're going to stay that way, stiff-hearted. This is somebody who gets up and leads a clan of people in the Hebrew. Okay? So let's just allow the divine to speak on. Then we've got the infinity sign over the top of the magician here. So who do we have out here? We have, obviously, if we're talking about the tower that did come out here, we have Aquarius. We have Scorpio coming out here. We have Leo. We have Gemini. We have, so the ox head is out here as well, and that is Taurus energy showing up here. So we got Taurus and Libra coming out here, and this is the Gimel in the Hebrew. It's a rich and generous person. The Empress represents somebody who's beautiful, a mother. She holds all four queens within her. She would be giving and caring and loving. She's full of projects, but we do have the law here showing up in a huge way out here. Well, we have authority that was coming out here. Somebody might not be happy with something that's going to take place today. Obviously, something's going to be known in a very, very big way. Yeah, somebody's been in their mind. Because a player, that came out yesterday. We have the 9 of Swords going right through somebody's head. Anxious, anxiety. We've got the Knight of Pentacles as well. That's about being reliable. If somebody wasn't, they got played hard. Then if the tower's got to come out here like that, and there's been secrets where money and things were, and death even had occurred. Okay, well then we've got the scales over somebody's head then here today. Somebody getting the scales over their head. This is also about being generous. We got 2 cards about being generous and having all that you need to do whatever needs to be done today. Okay, and this is quickly departing. Somebody's holding their fates in their hands because somebody's been playing somebody. Somebody hasn't been virtuous with their mouth. It says a virtuous woman will open her mouth in wisdom, and her tongue is the law of kindness. Law. The Empress has the law within her. She's kind. This is the generous person here. Somebody hasn't been. Somebody been playing and sexually doing something for some of you all. We got blow, and I won't get into that. But the overall energy here with this is 8. Okay? With the mouth. Anyway. What else you want to bring out here, Jehovah? Let me take another card from another deck. So we've got Knights coming out here. This is also a law card, and it's the Knight in shining armor, being kind, being generous, to protect something. Okay? To protect in a kind way. In a kind way. to be generous today, to bring somebody in for protection. Because if you don't, people, if somebody comes into your presence and they've been shut. Let's just say a lot of people today are meeting to go into churches. And there's nothing wrong with the churches. I want to believe that there are good churches out there and good leaders out there. Okay, but we've got them both. Devil goes to church as well. Does. Let's say somebody gets up and goes into a church building today. You know they've been scrutinized. You know that they've been shunned. What would you do? Because if you don't use wisdom to be lovely to them, your tower's coming down in a huge way. If you know somebody's in need and you don't help that person, you're a piece of crap. You really are. You really are. You're proud. You're blowing billows out all the time. You don't have no love within you at all. Somebody's been played really hard and have been put in their head in their bed. Okay, maybe because somebody did say that they weren't virtuous. Maybe they weren't at one time. Maybe they've come to the Most High. Maybe they've made something right. Throw the first stone, I guess. I don't know, but there's affection here. There's affection here. Really big showing up. There is reliability here. Well, what else do you want to bring out here? If somebody told you, if you say anything, or if you talk to this person or whatever, and they come into your place today, what will you do? Knowing the information has taken place with that person, would you send them away and keep them in their head? Or will you show generosity and heal them? What will you do today? Maybe the divine's going to test some people today. I don't know. It's just come through my spirit that way. Anyway, Jehovah, what else do you want to bring out here? Thank you. Love. Yes, beautiful, because love is coming out here. Like a fresh little baby. And somebody's having a baby today. Congratulations. Congratulations. Because we've got pregnancy here. We've got a physician here as well. And then we've got a little baby showing up here. And somebody played around also and got pregnant because they weren't reliable. If somebody was in prostitution and got pregnant, that's also come through my spirit. But if they've learned whatever's taken place through the process of that and has come to the Most High and become virtuous, you shouldn't scrutinize somebody. You should bring them in your fold and nurture them. That's what the divine really wants from us, people. He really does. He really does. Will you be false today, or will you be generous in love? We got money. We got the gift here. But there's all kinds of fortune and all kinds of stuff showing up here. But that's a beautiful energy, though, in the upright to come out for us with this gift. This is donations and contributions, inheritances. If somebody was a manipulator, took somebody's stuff because it's rich and generous energy coming out here, okay, then the tower's going to come down for somebody today. This card talks about allowing ourselves to be more generous, that something is coming somebody's way today. So, are you going to be a player? Something's coming today to somebody. It really is. I guess you're going to prove everybody going to see who you are today. Everybody going to see who you and I are today. We're all involved in this. We're going to see somebody either blow out their mouth and be crude and rude, or we're going to see somebody bring their own tower down and be lovely and kind and be somebody who's going to contribute love here and generosity. And you're either going to give back the inheritance that you stole, because we can't find the 7 of swords within this as well. Are you going to confess today to the Most High? And we got somebody here. We got somebody here that's leading a clan. So today's Sunday. Are you going to confess your sins and then do the right thing today? Then for a lot of people, some people aren't going into churches, but just getting alone with the Most High, and then going and doing what's right. However, all this energy is hitting you. Hope. I hate this card because it's so sad. Some people have really been put in, look, under a trial, scrutinized, okay, treated really, really bad, even from the authority. Okay, this horrible energy. What will you do today when you're tested? Are you going to blow out the mouth? No, the divine ones bring all this stuff out here, people. And really, look, the baby. There's fortune. Wow, there's a lot of fortune here. Well, and then we had the gift out here as well. That's huge, people. That's a victory. The fortune card goes back to victory and a string of luck and happy moments, and satisfying praise, abundance, riches. We got the rich and generous person, the Gimel, right here. Somebody may have had a baby. It's also reaping rewards with that. But somebody may have had a baby and kept it secret. Somebody might find out about that baby today. The 8th house goes back to things that are hidden, but they come to the surface. Because everything that's been in the dark will come to the light, people. It really will. It really, really will. I'm going to take from this little deck here. Yehovah, give me a couple more cards here. And I'll take a rune real quick as well. This is a longer reading than what I thought. I'll take the bottom card. The Tower. Well, it's going to come out. Somebody getting a tower today, just like that. That's huge, people. That's really, really huge. That's really, really huge what's coming out here. There's the Emperor and there's the Empress. So that's authority energy really coming out. And that's the counterpart. That's two people supposed to be together. Okay? And we've got 3 knights showing up here. We got the Law showing up here real big. We got the Tower huge coming out here. We got 2 babies showing itself. That's huge. Actually, the Tower energy come out 3 times, people. Absolutely incredible. So, we have the N, which looks like an X, which goes back to necessities. Somebody was put out, just like it stated, because of rebellion in somebody's heart. Somebody was a manipulator, where somebody's money and their fortune, and they kept it for themselves. Somebody's pride and ego is going to, something's going to be so known about somebody today, huge, about babies that were hidden, and about rebellion, about the law doing something as well. It's huge. It's going to be so freaking known today for somebody. It's coming out here, people. And Yehovah, don't lie. Somebody was put out into their necessities. Why would you do that? That's been a difficult lesson, is what this represents. Okay? For who, though? For the proud. For the proud. For the proud. Because those who stood the test, they kept their mind up on the Most High, and He blessed them. He really did. He blessed them. He raised them up, regardless. In their spirit, they stayed in rest. The proud. This is the proud. The players got this, because they're just nothing but ridiculous. This goes back to solitude and apathy, and searching for the essentials. Right? What am I going to do? How am I gonna eat? At the same time, I'm hoping. I might have nights like this, but I'm crying out, but I'm still hoping. I put my hope into the Most High, and I run into the Tower, and I'm safe there every time. Because the name of Yehovah is a strong tower, and He'll bring the proud down. He'll lift my tower up. Absolutely. Somebody's going to get a huge wake-up call today. Shalom.